Greetings, nerds and newcomers. Austin Alesso here with another video to follow up from my first video of last week. Today's topic is, what is DMing? Game mastering, or dungeon mastering, is just the orchestration of the game session. Every tabletop RPG, no matter the edition or game, has to have players, a game master, and an adventure. There are four main concepts of being a DM: improvisation, hosting, refereeing, and storytelling, with two extra concepts, creating and writing. Let's dive into each of these skills. One of the most intimidating aspects of being a DM is having to respond to your players' actions, especially when they inevitably surprise you. Improvisation is just a skill that you gain with time and experience. There are ways to prepare your game, like having a list of non-player character names to your side that you can use during your game session. But ultimately, improvisation will be used every D&D session to some varying degree. Keep in mind, one of the most important rules of improv is yes and. And as a DM, you should try to work with your players to get the result that they want. In reason, of course. A good D&D session is a group effort. D&D is a group game. Try to create the equal and opposite reaction that your players' actions cause during your sessions. The next skill is hosting. Being a DM is like throwing a party. Some people's ideas and wants of a party differ from person to player. Every player at your table is there to get something from the experience, from camaraderie to a power trip and feelings of being a badass, to even socializing as another person. Try to cater your experience to your players' wants. Try to include aspects and elements to the game session that you feel your players would enjoy and would allow them and their characters to shine. Page 6 of the 5th edition Dungeon Master's Guide is a great resource. I would also recommend checking out Matt Colville's video listed in the description below, as it has personally helped me open my eyes and awareness to my players. Refereeing is the third skill, and simply put, is knowing how to resolve game conflicts and the rules. Try to be as consistent and fair as possible to avoid favoritism, and flip-flopping on the rules to avoid confusion. It is impossible to know every skill, every ability, and every nuance of the rules. Try to use your best judgments if you're unsure, and move on. No matter what your judgment is, make sure that at the end of the game session, your players had fun and a good time. You want your guests to enjoy your party. Lastly, we have storytelling. Like the narrator of a play, you set the pace, tone, and picture of the game. If the story of your players is a play, then your words are the set. Use creative writing in your words to lead them on an interesting adventure. If you're new as a DM, I would highly recommend that you get one of the modules from Wizard of the Coast and run those adventures. And then, once you're feeling more comfortable DMing, you can use your creating and writing skills to add your own elements to the story. Just remember that improv and subsequently creating will need to be used with these modules, as it is impossible to write down every detail of an adventure. Hopefully this video was a quick explanation of what is dungeon mastering. Of course, to go into more detail and to really do this topic justice would require an hour-plus long video, which is of course beyond the scope of this vid. Just remember that like every skill you learn, it takes practice and experience to get better. DMing is no exception. If you and your players are having fun, you're doing a good job. Don't be so hard on yourself. DMing is difficult. Just do your best, don't sweat the small stuff, and remember to have fun. If you like this video, you can do me a solid by giving it a thumbs up or even subscribe if you're especially awesome. You can catch me on Twitch Sunday nights. I will be streaming one of my D&D games, and this Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'll also be streaming my own Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke Challenge variant. You can also find me on Twitter. I have the descriptions listed and the description below for your convenience. And also, I will have videos coming out every few days for my D&D stream, and for my other streams and games as well on this YouTube channel. So look forward for that. And of course, next Monday, another Mentor Monday video will be coming out. Until next time, have a good week.